Are electric vehicles the next big thing in the financial world? How Messi's move from Barcelona could affect the stock market? And what happens with the currencies these days? The most exciting and hottest news of the financial world is already here. Don't miss the most important things. Subscribe to our channel. We promise you won't regret it. And we are starting. Hello everyone! It is the RoboMarkets channel and the top financial stories of the week. There are more and more noise and discussion around the manufacturers of electric cars. The first was the Chinese NIO last week, after the public announcement of their new battery rental service. The company shares experienced a small growth. This week, Tesla added information to the same battery topic. The company and its longtime leader Elon Musk have made a few hints about the imminent introduction of a million-miles battery, a battery designed for more extended use and high energy density. Such conversation, especially around the hyped-up Tesla, raised the company's initially expensive shares above $2,000 share on Wednesday, August 26th. Meanwhile, Tesla's other Chinese competitor, Xpeng Motors, held an IPO on August 27th. The company, which Tesla accused of stealing the source code for its autopilot in 2019, saw its share price rise 65% on its first trading day. There are only two models in the Xpeng Motors car lineup so far, and China remains the primary sales market, but the company also invests heavily in technological developments. Such a boom around this industry cannot attract investors. Many are counting for the future active development of this industry against the traditional automotive business. Therefore, they invest with the expectation of making a profit in the future. Is that right? It is not worth focusing only on Tesla's success here. It is an exception to the rule. Even Elon Musk himself continually says that the price of his company shares is too high, although it is his tweets that sometimes cause a sharp rise in the value of Tesla stocks. As in any business, caution does not hurt. What do you think about this? Will the industry take the lead, or it is a temporary boom? Please write us in the comments. And we continue with an unexpected topic. How is football related to the stock market? This question was raised by the media and analysts after the request of the famous Argentine football player Lionel Messi to leave Football Club Barcelona before the official end of his contract with the club. The big sports business, especially the European football business, is an equivalent of big money. Some clubs, being public companies, are even listed on the stock exchange. Take, for example, English Manchester United, which is one of the contenders for the purchase of Messi in the event of his departure from Barcelona. The acquisition of a player of this level can give a temporary boost to MU stocks and increase them in the long term due to growing sales of merchandise, season tickets for matches, and an influx of sponsors. There is already an example of similar behavior. The transfer of Cristiano Ronaldo on Juventus in 2018 helped to double the price of the club's shares in the first 3 months after the player's move to Turin. If a football club's presence on the stock exchange is not such a frequent occurrence, then the main football sponsors, sports equipment companies, are mostly public. Will Messi's transfer affect such firms as well? Barcelona's technical sponsor is Nike. It also supports other contenders for Messi, French PSG and Italian Inter. Forbes estimated the profit from posting a Messi photo in Nike uniform in 2017-2018 at $111 million. But for the company, this is only a small percentage of their annual revenue. A football player's departure should not affect the value of its stocks, especially if he goes to a team that is already sponsored by this brand. Be that as it may, the situation is extraordinary and interesting. Give this video a thumbs up if you agree. And we will finish this section with a list of interesting corporate reports this week. On August 31st, Russian Gazprom will release its report. The latest OPEC Plus agreements and the decline in energy demand during the pandemic certainly affected its profits. Hence, analysts expect both a fairly serious decline in quarterly income and earnings per share. On September 3rd, we expect a report from Slack Technologies Incorporated. Forecast an increase in quarterly income, but a slight increase in loss per share compared to the second quarter of 2020. If we compare this figure with the same quarter of the last year, there is, on the contrary, a decrease in loss per share. Another IT company, Zoom Video Communications Incorporated, will release its reports on September 4th. Unlike Slack, the company's forecast is optimistic and projects strong growth in quarterly income and earnings per share. And now, let's take a look at what is happening in the economic calendar. The first week of the month is traditionally overloaded with statistics, but after a pause in the macroeconomic data flow at the end of August, the numbers can become constructive. As usual, the USA will release statistics on the labor market in the first week of the month. After the comments of the Fed chairman Jerome Powell about the change in the inflation strategy, the data, even weak, may be more calmly perceived by the market. Employment outside the agricultural sector could show an increase in the number of jobs by 1.55 million versus a rise of 1.7 million earlier. The more jobs are created, the better, but again, all the momentum in the economy has already been exhausted, and recovery is a long and slow process. Before that, we expect many other reports. It could be more than the market can handle, so the euro-dollar volatility may grow. The Eurozone is to release the financial statistics for manufacturing and non-manufacturing PMI for July, and it is essential that the positive momentum remains in effect here. We should also pay attention to the statistics on retail sales. The indicator previously grew by 5.7%. This month, it could have increased by hardly 3 to 4%. There will also be a lot of data from Australia. The country's Reserve Bank will hold a meeting. They may evoke global risks and China's actual situation. If everything is calm, the Aussie will be able to strengthen. Also this week, the data of Australian GDP, trade balance and retail sales will be published. The stronger the reports, the better for Australian dollar. Japan has its place in the macroeconomic calendar this week as well. After the news about the registration of Prime Minister Shinzo Abe due to his health problems, the yen managed to stabilize. It comes back to its safe haven asset role, and it's hardly preserved as a separate currency with its nuances. Japan is also to release statistics on retail sales, industrial production and the consumer confidence index. So far, everything looks relatively weak, but maybe there are still glimmers of optimism in the statistics. Here is your financial news of the week. Thanks for watching this video till the end. Subscribe to the channel to not miss the next videos and give this one a thumbs up if you liked it. Take care and see you next time.